Okay, today we're playing Premodern and trying out zombies again, but with Putrid Raptor. Haven't played this card before. I'm excited to try it out. The core idea here in our zombies deck is we did last time play the mini combo of Reanimate and Twisted Abomination. Discard Twisted Abomination, reanimate it, kind of like discard Troll of Khazad-dûm and reanimate it. That was so good in Legacy that Troll of Khazad-dûm actually ended up getting banned, and this is a not too far off version that we can play in Premodern. But we can also do something kind of similar with Putrid Raptor, so we're going to give this a go. And the idea is you play Raptor face down, you discard any of your zombies to it, ideally, the more expensive ones, and then you reanimate it. So, like, in theory, you can go like Turn 1, Dark Ritual, Putrid Raptor Morph. Turn 2, discard Undead Warchief to morph it. Reanimate Undead Warchief, swing for 6 on turn 2 with your Putrid Raptor that gets +2/+1 because it is itself a zombie as well. And then, the reanimates can still just be used to, bring back a Twisted Abomination that you swamp cycled or reanimate any creature. So I think that's still in a pretty good package. The obvious issue with reanimate, and I've changed the mana base. So I think I had Wasteland in the first version because the curve's a bit higher now with the Raptor. We have switched to Ancient Tombs. The Ancient Tombs and then the reanimates. Our life loss is getting higher here. I wanted to try Drain Life. So we're playing 2 Drain Lives as a bit of life gain here in the main deck, and then 2 more in the sideboard to try and offset this a bit in matchups where it's relevant. I'm not completely sold on this one, but like we have a bunch of mana. We have Dark Rituals, which aren't great in the middle of the game, and all of that can be sunk into potentially a pretty big drain life, I think, in theory. One to look out for in this league. I'm not sure how well it's actually going to play out, but we will give it a go. Other cards. We covered Drain Life, Putrid Raptor, Twisted Abomination. Undead Warchief was really, really good the first time we played zombies. Definitely want 4 in here. I think the Ancient Tombs make it even better. This does a couple of things. It's a big lord, obviously, but then also lets you cast these for 5 mana on curve, which is helpful. Other nice lord here and a bit of card advantage and Lord of the Undead, bringing their stuff back from the graveyard as well, which again works nicely with the Putrid Raptor as well. Discard and bring it back if you want it. This is another change we had. We had Withered Wretch in the sideboard the first time I played this. We're moving them to the main deck and putting the Plaguebearers in the sideboard to give that a go. I think that switch is pretty reasonable. And then with the Plaguebearers out, I am playing some Smothers main deck as well. I think the 1-drops are all the same. 4 Reanimate, 4 Dark Ritual, 4 Carnophage, 4 Sarcomancy. It's a very aggressive build. Happy with that. Bunch of swamps, 4 Ancient Tombs this time. Sideboard. I moved the Plaguebearers to the sideboard. This is mainly for like Dreadnought. It's really hard for Dreadnought to get through a Plaguebearer. They have to counter it, really. So quite happy with that. And against a couple other decks, I like this as well. Like against Burn, this can keep their creatures at bay. Some of the smaller creature decks, I think it's very reasonable to bring it in as well. Also, as far as removal in the sideboard, we've got the 4th Smother, and then 4 Noxious Ghoul. This is like Engineered Plague, but also a zombie. So I tried that last time. It was a little expensive, but we didn't have Ancient Tombs. I think the Ancient Tomb switch compared to Wasteland makes the Noxious Ghoul quite a lot better. Now, should this just be Engineered Plague? Maybe. Probably. But I kind of like this card, and I'm just going to stick with it stubbornly. If you want to play Engineered Plague, or some combination of Engineered Plague and Dystopia in this spot, then, go right ahead. That is completely fine. Dystopia is a silly money in Magic Online. I don't have them, so I can't play Dystopia. But yeah, you are welcome to. I think, yeah, 2 other Drain Lives, like I mentioned before. And we got the 4 Duresses and 2 Cabal Therapies for some of the combo control matchups in the sideboard. I had these main last time, and I really liked that, but with Tide banned and the meta changing a bit, I did move them to the sideboard. I could be wrong. We'll see in this league how that goes. I haven't played a ton since Tide got banned. I mean, all the games you've on this channel that you've seen are ones that I've if you've watched my other videos, basically, you know what I've played since the Tide ban. It's not a ton. I play every week to week and a half or so. I'll play a league of Premodern, but yeah, so it could be off base here with the discard. Very, very likely, or very possible that the Duresses should really go back into the main deck somewhere with some other stuff moving around, but we're going to try this today. The game plan is basically just to be very aggressive and a little bit disruptive game 1 and just get like a quick Dark Ritual powered or Ancient Tomb powered win. And then game 2, we can go into the sideboard here and work out how to tackle some of the trickier matchups. Anyway, like, subscribe, all that stuff, all very much appreciated. Any ideas for the deck, let me know down below. Happy to hear them, and see you in round 1. Okay, here we go. Um, I think this is the better one to play first. Blue. Okay. We sacrifice a land. I don't think we want to sacrifice the land. Um, I don't think we want to cycle the Abomination either, though. Maybe I should just sack the land, bounce the Sarcomancy. Yeah, maybe it was just a misplay. Maybe I should have sacked the land, bounce the Sarcomancy. Because I think we just want to, we don't need the land 5 for Twisted Abomination. I think we just hold it. And we draw Dark Ritual, we can cast it. We draw Reanimate, we cycle it, reanimate it. What are they doing? Island. Yes. Yes. Land. Okay. Not what we want, but oh well. Okay. Our opponent is pausing a lot. Maybe they're double queuing. Our opponent is disconnected. All right, our opponent has returned. I stopped recording there for a minute because they were there for like 5 minutes. I just let it go. Now we're waiting again, but they are connected, so if it says disconnected again, then I will stop recording, but feel free to skip ahead. This might take a minute or so. I think we just want to get the Abomination down. And we can hold open the regenerate. Might have a counter for this though. But I'm expecting they've got a counter for it, but you know. Can't just not play any spells. Okay, they've got an opt. Impulse. Land. Yes. Let's attack. I think we hold our drain life. This probably just runs into a counter. And a drain life for 5 is not killing them. Accumulated knowledge is kind of a good card in this format, isn't it? Ooh, that's an interesting one. Lord of the Undead. Accumulated knowledge. Yeah. If you can get 3 of those in your top couple of cards, that's a problem. That is a problem for me. Do they want to bounce it? No, they don't want to bounce it. Fact or fiction? Flash through insight for 2. That probably means we're dead. Yield until next end step. Gush. Plays Island. Plays Phyrexian Dreadnought. Plays Stifle. Plays Portent. Alright, that does it. Um, can I drain life for 3? Counterspell. Alright, we died. Bring in some of these cards. Duress. Take out drain lives. What don't we want? Let's try that. Alright, let's see how this goes. Jeez. I think we keep it. Let's just start with the Carnophage. Ideally, we draw land. That's almost a land. Dark Ritual. Swamp Cycle. Swamp. Play out the Plaguebearer. And then swing. Then we got some choices next turn. This can destroy a Dreadnought, which is nice. Yes. I think we just want to play out the Lord. Counter spell. It's okay. Sleight of hand. Okay. That's fine. I think I am going to Duress first. Not just jam the creature. Stifle, counterspell, opt, thwart. Flash of Insight. Let's take the counterspell. Let's try and win. This can destroy a Dreadnought just for a black. Yes. Would you like to counter our Lord of the Undead? They would. I assume Plaguebearer is doing a lot of work here and they're trying to figure out how to beat it. What you got? Accumulated knowledge, impulse, vision, charm, thwart, stifle. I'll take the impulse. They can cast the AK, that's fine. Alright. Game 3. This one will be harder. And I think we want to draw the Cabal Therapies. The Wretch does hit some things. I don't know. We just take out the Raptor package for this one. The Wretch does do stuff. Let's try that. Yep. Keep. F6. They didn't shuffle, so they like their hand. Dark Ritual. Duress. Counter spell. Enchanted creature gets +2/+ at beginning. Counter spell. Impulse. Thwart. Powder keg. This is tough. They got a lot of defense. Take the powder keg. We'll attack. You want to kill our Carnophage. They do. This is kind of a liability at this point. See what they got. Essence, Flare, Thwart. Oh, they didn't counter it. Interesting. So it's either Vision, Shard, or Impulse. They didn't counter. If they knew they had a Dreadnought on top, they would counter it for sure, right? So we'll take the Impulse. Oh, not sure why they did that. Can't cast that, unfortunately. What they got? All right, what you got there? That was a close one. Good match win there. Okay, here we go. I think we can keep that. It's a little sketchy, but I think it's fine, especially on the draw. We get 2 looks for a, another swamp or something like that. Oh, it's like Hermit Druid or something? Could be in trouble then. They just have turn 2 Hermit because we're on the draw. We can't get our Wretch down in time. Oh, interesting. I think we want to get the Wretch down. But next turn we could cycle and reanimate the Twisted Abomination. Okay. I don't know what we're playing against. They don't like our Withered Wretch, though. But kind of just want to do this. They don't have like a threat in play. If they had a hermit or something, we'd have to get the wretch out real quick, but I think running out the Warchief's okay here. Accumulated knowledge. Alright. Try and eat that next turn. Shivan Reef. What are they playing? Let's try and swing. I don't know what's happening here. Let's try and play a wretch. Counter spell. Dark Ritual. Oh shit! Needed to play the tomb first. That was a big mistake. That was really dumb. All right. Yeah. I mean, 4, 5, 6 mana. This costs 5, so we can. Maybe we just go for the win. Three, 4. See if they got another counter spell there. All right. Still don't actually know what they're playing over there. Besides white, red, blue stuff. Slice and dice. Oh, wait. I didn't read it. I thought they were. I had to. Oh, I was so dumb. Okay, I'm playing this game super badly. I should have just regenerated the Twisted Abomination and we'd be completely fine. All right, that's frustrating. That was dumb. It's so frustrating. I thought that I did not realize what this did. I'm not sure why I didn't just read it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, we would have comfortably won if I would have just not been a. Oh, we gotta be shooting. I'm gonna play it out because we've got drain lives that can just win. Actually, no, we can't use that mana on the drain life, can we? Why did I not? That was so dumb. All I had to do was regenerate it. Very frustrating. Spend only black mana. I can only drain life for 5 here. Yeah, this was such a bad play. It's gonna smother one. Yep. Just gonna hard cast our Raptor. Counterspell. Whole point of leaving the black mana open on the stupid Twisted Abomination was to not have this situation. Um, I assume they chump this. Maybe they got another slice and dice over there. Yep. That's embarrassing. Okay, well, we 1,000% should have won that one. That was terrible. Play by me. Just embarrassing. Yeah. Actually, some of the Noxious Ghouls probably aren't terrible because they can clear the way for the some of those little creatures. Let's try that. Yeah, that should have been an easy win, so disappointing, but oh well. All right. Let's see what they got for us. Yeah. I'm going to be kicking myself about that slicing dice for a while now, aren't I? Always yield. Yes. Begin combat. You want to kill one of them? I could have reanimated the Carnophage. Maybe I should have. Yes. Let's try and reanimate the Lord. See how they feel about that. We got to do the thing at least. Alright, well they know we have to attack here, so what removal spell do you got? They're dead on board. Alright. After should have had the match already, because that was some of the worst play I've ever done just by not letting our Twisted Abomination die. Drain life. Raptor. I think maybe the Raptor. Only 2 Raptors is okay. I think this is fine. This is too high of a curve. Keep. Put a reanimate down. Yep. I think we start out by trying to get some pressure. And Duress next turn. Okay, maybe I should have Duressed them then. Got a Carnophage down. That is not ideal. Getting a little flooded here. We only have 21 lands in the deck, so that's a little annoying. Let's see what they got over there, though. Impulse, Impulse, AK. So obviously we take an Impulse. Doesn't bode well for us, though. Yep. Alright, let's try the Warchief. Counter spell. Okay. We can reanimate that next turn, which is not nothing. Can we have a Warchief? We have no cards in hand, so we can just sort of attack an F6 here, because that's literally all we can do. That's a problem. Oh, they got the land, so they can just slice and dice now. Yeah. Yeah, the game we had to win here was the first one. Ah. We know they've got an AK, so they can just cast that. This is risky. Ooh, we're going to take 2 damage a turn now. So they got a Lightning Angel. Okay, we're dead. Yeah, we could have won game 1 if we weren't stupid. I wasn't stupid, but now we're just going to die. We have no way of dealing with this. The drain life would work, but I think we took our drain lives out, right? Yeah. I was on me for losing game 1 by not regenerating my stupid creature. Okay, here we go. We have no lands. Oh boy. That's bad. I think we do keep it, though. That is not good, though. Warhammer one. I think we're just going to use the Dark Ritual on turn 2 to try and get the Warchief down. I don't think trying to turn one of the Wretch into Phage is the best use of mana there. Sure. Stealthy Slayer. Okay. Oh, that's not a Dark Ritual. It's a Reanimate. Why do I think I have a Dark Ritual? Alright. I want to balk our Stealthy Slayer, they may. What is this? Replenish? Parallax Wave. Sure. That hurts this plan of reanimating this guy. I think we just have to play into it, because if they have the combo, they have the combo. That just kills us on the spot. They got the Opalescence. Frantic Search. Okay, I think the beginning of this video got cut off, but here we are. We are playing against this Parallax Wave deck. We're just going to try and aggro them out, which won't work, but we will give it a shot anyway. I think I actually liked the meta better when Tide was here. Okay. Why'd they do that? They got another wave? Oh, they got a replenish. I see. Sure. Let's do that on replenish, I think. Could have been Parallax Wave too. I mean, those were the options. There we are. I think we just attack and then play the other Raptor. That presents lethal. Decree of Silence. Okay. You got me. Two cards in hand. Cycling Decree of Silence. Let's see what they got. We want these. We do not want the Smother. For sure. The Drain Life's not great. What else do we cut? Maybe they bring in some graveyard hate against us. Take out a Reanimate. They don't bring in any graveyard hate, we can put it back in. Keep. That's interesting. Let's go Dark Ritual. Duress. Swords replenish attunement intuition. Do we take the replenish? The intuition. This is a tough choice. Maybe try and take the swords and aggro them out. Carnophage. Sarcomancy. See what they got. Island. Yes. Here. Swamp cycling. Maybe I should have taken the attunement in retrospect. I regret this. Yeah, I should have taken the attunement. That was silly. They didn't play the attunement. I don't understand that. What does that mean? We just drew a bunch of blanks here. They got a swords, I guess? Is that what that means? Don't know what that means. Why did you not play the attunement? I got intuition. So they're going to go for a replenish combo. Doesn't matter, I guess. So if they draw a land here, they kill us. Crap. Fair enough. We had a great start, too. That deck is silly. Oh, we died. They comboed us. They got it. I think we do want to reanimate to try and be more aggressive here. Let's take out... Maybe Warchief is a bit slow. Let's take out one Warchief. Keep. Mulligan to 5. So you're saying there's a chance. I think we play the Sarcomancy first, try and get a clock going. And then we play the Duress turn 2. Okay. So we got a tough choice here. Do we play the Raptor? Or do we just play the Duress? They need more mana, don't they? I think we want to be aggressive. If you wouldn't do this, let me know. I'm curious. That's fine. Duress. Okay. Well, that was unfortunate. Alright, what do we... I guess we just swing for starters, right? See if... We don't have anything, we just win. Yep, alright, we got there. Okay, here we go. It's an interesting one. I think we keep it. There's a bunch of cards we could draw, like just more lands, reanimate, that are quite good. It's risky, but on the draw, I think we keep it. Yep. F6 through here. Not what we want to see. Play our morph. Just in case they somehow have a red deck and are trying to lightning bolt us, I'm going to keep that like this. We really want to draw a swamp here. Okay, that's good. Pitch one of the Warchiefs. Swing for 4. Got in there with our 4 damage. Respectable on turn 2. Are they deciding to bounce it? No, don't want to bounce it. Play a Wretch. Now, they could just put a Dreadnought in the play next turn and kill us, but, you know, we'll gotta give this a try. No, they don't feel like playing a Dreadnought. Alright, let's attempt some craziness then. If this does eat a counterspell, so be it. That potentially lets our Smother do things. Counterspell, yep. I'm okay with that trade. Blue, Gush. Yep. Yep. Stasis. Oh. I see. Alright. Can't do anything about that. It might just be dead then, I guess. I've never played against Stasis in this format before. Interesting. Yeah, the Gushes can keep the Stasis around. I thought this was Dreadnought, but this could be a lot more challenging. Yeah, they can just play more islands, gush into more islands. That's a combo, right? Nope, not that one. Well, it's kind of a combo. It gives them more lands. Oath of Druids. Sure. Alright, that's interesting. Stasis and Oath. Yep. Yep. What's your creature? A chroma. Okay. Yep. I can't smother that. It's kind of a wild deck. Yep. We need like a lord. I think a lord wins it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, not any lord. 8, 9. That would put them to 1. Has to be specifically. And we have to swing. Play Withered Wretch. I think because the Chroma's got first strike, if they block the Undead Warchief, they live, even if we attack with 2 creatures. Yeah. Can't block it. They got a stasis. Yeah. Well, we died. Yeah, we can't. Cannot remove the Acroma. Alright, fair enough. Oath stasis. Bring this package in. Smothers are worthless. What else do we not need? The drain lives aren't very good. We'll take out the drain lives. Don't need drain life, don't need Noxious Ghoul, don't need Smother, don't need Plaguebearer. Um Maybe cut one of these guys. Let's try that. Sure. Let's Dark Ritual and play a bunch of 1-drops. Sarcomancy. Sarcomancy. Maybe I should have only played 1 in the Twisted Abomination to guarantee us the land. This might have been greedy. I mean, there's definitely a case to be made that I should have played the Twisted. cycled that. I only played 1 2-drop. Yes. Swamp. That was a good draw. I think Oath of Druids is actually the scarier one right now. Let's get it. Try that one. No. 2 Gush. I think we're okay with that. That's bad. They kept that on top. Just couldn't take it. I guess we're just dead. Exotic Gush. Like a Treva's Ruin. No. Yes. Gush. Yeah, I think we're dead, right? That's just death. I think. Hmm. Yeah, can't do anything. Aces is quite good against us, huh? Oh. I think we're dead. I don't know for sure. I'm just gonna play it out. I think the Forsaken City means they can do this forever, right? Let's play this as a morph. Then if we draw like a land and a reanimate, we can get this in there for damage. Forgot to play my land. That's okay. Doesn't really change anything. And just replay it, I guess. Yep. I'm not sure why I did that. I don't think it does anything. No possible play, yield all. Should make this go faster. I was going to discard the Twisted Abomination. There was a plan here. I just forgot about the plan. Because that gets chunky damage in there. We can ritual out a Warchief. Does that help us, though? We would have waited to attack with the Raptor. We could have had 2 more damage. I could never play this stasis deck. This is painful. Alright, well, Ancient Tomb, we can play we draw an Ancient Tomb, we can play the Undead Warchief. And that does present lethal, assuming they have nothing, which is unlikely, but, you know, possible. Blue. Important. Uh-huh. They can bounce their stasis. That opens up all of their lands and gives them infinite time, which is kind of interesting combo. I didn't realize that that was like a big line there in this deck. They're gonna bounce their stasis. Yep. They can copy it if they want to. They can bounce our Warchief. They probably should bounce our Warchief. No. All right. You got it. That doesn't do it. I mean, we're gonna go for it, so let's see. No. All right. I'm just tired. I'm gonna swing. We are dead. I don't know. Curious, I guess. Okay, here we go. Um, yeah, we got a mulligan that one. No swamps. Keep. I think it's the drain life. We want to draw a 1-drop. Island. Not a 1-drop. Yep. Oh boy, it is a control. That's not good. Some sort of control deck is gonna ranch us. Yeah. Let's try that. Impulse. Okay. The Smothers are really bad in this matchup. Unfortunate. Um, let's see. I think we just swing. I don't see how we possibly win this game. Let's cast that with Morph. Wrath. Okay. Any order. I think we can probably scoop here. Well, yeah. Another turn or so. But the Wrath of God control deck is I feel like this kind of deck after the banning of Tide is really bad for the kind of decks I like to play, which is kind of a problem. Cost 6. Sure. Sure. Yes. Attack. A gain life counterspell. That's bad for us. Can we have our Withered Wretch? Let's take accumulated knowledge. Let's take accumulated knowledge. And let's take accumulated knowledge. Them drawing 4 from accumulated knowledge would destroy us. This is also bad. Right. I'm happy to scoop that. So smothers are awful. Drain lives are not ideal. I do like the Duresses. Maybe 1 drain life as like a finisher. Let's try that. We had a dark ritual. This would actually be like a great hand. But 1 land, we just go like Duress on tap. We don't draw a land. We die immediately. Like we can't keep that. What is wrong with our mana? Maybe I should have kept the 2-drop. I think we're gonna start with the Carnophage. Yep. That's not good. Um, why are they bringing in Phyrexian Furnace? I guess they saw the Lord of the Undead. No. Do no possible play you at all. Quicken this a bit. Swamp. So this is going to get hit by a mana leak, but so be it. I mean, the counter spell. Impulse. Powder keg. Sure. So we'll get Twisted Abomination, and then play Sarcomancy. They want to blow up our token, they can. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, we're unfortunately pretty bad against. Fortunately, pretty bad against. Ah. So, do you want a bunch of lands, or do you want Wrath of God? You want a bunch of lands. Okay. Oh, don't yield. Don't yield. I actually don't know how this works with powder keg. Impulse, yeah. Wrath. Okay. Any order. They can now just jump block or kill us with Decree, probably. I should just cycle Decree now. Make 4 flyers. No, 2 Decrees and a Swords. Alright, we're just gonna scoop. Good game. Okay, so that went pretty well. Nice 2-3. What really should have been a 3-2. If you, I'm not sure, I'll probably reorder these, but the match against Surgeon here, we win game 1 easily if I just regenerate the my Twisted Abomination before the Slice and Dice resolves, and don't just have a giant brain fart and not do that. Yeah, we had several turns after there just to swing for the win, and that was completely game losing. Then what we did was we won game 2 and then lost a close one game 3. So if I just don't have that brain fart there, we probably do take that match. And we won 2 other matches that were pretty good. We beat, Blue Dreadnought, which is always nice, and then Blue White Replenish, which was, quite strong. So I think that was looked pretty good. The land still matchup looked abysmal though. I think that's a huge problem. I don't know how to fix that. And then we also lost the stasis, which looked pretty bad, but that deck's kind of fringe, so I think that's okay. I think the biggest problem is the blue-white land still matchup, because that was awful. Man, maybe that's just how it is. Maybe there just really isn't a way to fix that. If you got any ideas for how to improve the land still matchup, let me know. I'm curious. But I mean, I like the Raptor package. I mean, with the Ancient Tombs, casting Raptor is very doable, and just playing it for a morph early on is fine. We did get to do the play Raptor, pitch something to it, reanimate the thing that gets pitched to Raptor whole thing in this league, which was pretty fun. I think this is all fine. The Drain Lives weren't very good, but we didn't play against the matchups where we really want them. We didn't really play against any like burn or aggro EX kind of thing. So I think the jury is still out on Drain Life, but it's not perfect. I think the haters were right in my first video that Plaguebearer should either be removed or in the sideboard. I did like it in the sideboard though. Bringing it against the Dreadnought deck was huge. This card is so good against Dreadnought. I think maybe like take out the Drain Lives or put them in the sideboard and then bring in Duresses here. So I think these two should be Duresses. And then maybe like a Smother to the sideboard for Duress 3, something like that. Because Duress is still good against Dreadnought, and like I think I want the Duresses, because like Dreadnought, Survival, Stasis, and there's still a lot of stuff we have to hit here. So I think that's the change I would make. I would put the Drain Lives in the sideboard, put the Duress as main deck, maybe try and, put a Smother in the sideboard too to squeeze 3 or 4 Duress's main deck again, like I had it the first time I played this. I think that's the right call. But otherwise, pretty happy with the deck. And if you got any ideas, let me know. See you next time.